Hello everyone, my name is OPTX. This week I want to talk a little bit about the Pony VCO and the Carbon from WMD combination. They're actually doing the low frequencies together with the kick drum in my setup right now. And I think we listen to it in context, and then I will talk a little bit on how it's set up and what is going on. The Pony VCO is actually 4 HP oscillator, has a tuning knob on the top, has a range for the tuning below. I actually have it in the middle position, so it's not that sensitive, especially if it's quite dense with the knobs, to not completely knock it out of the tuning. And here we have also octave switch, which is basically, also good to use quickly if I want to go in a more bassline territory. And additionally the timbre, which is in this case a wave folder, so the oscillator has an inbuilt wave folder which also can get animated. I'm doing this and using the Metrolpolipx, which is the main sequencer right now. One of the mod lanes go into the timbre and give it already some movement. And what I really like is the switch here for the individual waveforms. We have one output. The waveforms are basically all on that one output, and I can switch it, and whatever we have selected here comes out and goes into the filter. It's actually nice because other oscillators, they might have separate outputs for the individual waveforms, but in my case, without repatching, I can just select what waveform I want and then have a different timbre to it. Alright, the module itself also has a VCA inbuilt, so you can also patch up an envelope into the VCA and then already work with it on its own. I have the Carbon behind it, first of all, to really tame it and make sure that it stays in that low frequency range, and especially in combination with the wave folder. And the other thing is, if I want to do a bass line, I will use the filter afterwards and then use this as the voice basically. Also need to say that at the end is a Amps VCA from Intellijel. There's not much to say about it. It's basically end of chain VCA. Let's actually listen to it. I will animate the timbre a bit and we listen how the sound changes. Needless to say that this is good to listen on headphones too, or if you have a good sound system with subwoofer or tops that go low enough. Very slight changes, but that's also great to give it some variation, playing a set and not have too drastic changes in that low end. Let's animate the timbre with the Metrolpolipx as said. Then it's already a different, has more movement to it. We can also in the beginning of a set, or whenever we need a break, go a bit away from this driving rhythm, worked with some dead notes. That's actually then done with the sequencer, of course, but together with the animation of the timbre, you can basically create already some variation without changing too much. For the VCA envelope, I also took the attack a bit back to give it more this low tom feeling, with not such a sharp transient that I would more take for a bassline. And now we come to the carbon. So the carbon is actually 4 HP filter, has the 4-pole output, again with a switch, low pass, band pass, high pass. I use it in low pass, and I have a slightly saturation on that output, and the resonance is basically boosting another frequency in the lows to create additional tone. Not too much, because it starts self-oscillating at some point, and like I said, I just want to have it as a complement to the VCO. When I actually use the different elements, I can also, as said, switch the waveforms to a sawtooth, maybe get the octave a bit up, and then already work with it as a bassline. Can also take the animation off to have it a bit more steady, because now the sawtooth is basically wave shaped or wave folded. And that's basically it. I think for my purpose right now it's working pretty well. I also tried to set it up with modules I have. There are lots of other possibilities to do that, but for me this is working pretty great. And yeah, I hope you could take something for you, or you enjoyed the video. Leave a like, a subscribe, or make a comment. And yeah, thanks a lot for watching. Ciao, ciao.